Hey guys, no one's in the stream yet, but when they get online they'll see all of this.
You might have to go into the screen to see
that
it.
one. Why is it that you can only see it in the screen? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Old original Space Invaders, look at that. That's a Street Fighter one there for you. Gallagher. Bit of Burger Time.
Dig Dug.
These old controllers. Fantastic. Rolling Thunder. Pac-Man. Now you all know that one, right? These are all owned by our good friend John.
Hello.
He's collecting every single one. And the one that you can hear at the moment is actually Street Fighter 2, the Champion Edition. And they actually can all be played as well. So,
Oh, oops.
there you go. A bit of Blanca and Chun-Li. That's it. See it properly there. Look at that. Sounds exactly like new. Man, this takes me back to being a kid and playing in the arcade. The detail on these little things is fantastic.
Yeah. I think the only problem I have with the Street Fighter one is the joystick's a little loose, but that's about it.
Okay.
But that's part of the design. It has always been loose.
So which one's your favourite out of all these whole collection? The Space Invaders one?
Space Invaders, because it actually replicates it completely.
Like the original?
Yep.
To give you guys a perspective of how big these things actually are, you see how John's hands next to it.
My handporks.
Oh, John's about to die. No!
Oh dear.
Chun-Li beat ya. Oh man.
I remember hating this game. I was never really good at it. Ooh.
Zoom in a bit. It actually looks like the old arcade as well. Like,
Well, this is
graphics-wise.
actually the original ROM Capcom did.
Oh,
This
okay,
is a
right.
fully licensed game.
So it's the actual original game,
Yes.
just
Championship.
really, really small.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I have to get one. Definitely have to get one.
Oh God.
I want it.
And you're moaning about not having any space.
I don't have any space. Look, my kitchen table is basically a collection of consoles. And there's a big box of games and stuff out there which you can see. But you know what? I think I can make space for a little championship edition. So this is your favourite one, Space Invaders.
Yeah. Burger Time was actually my first one.
Oh, was it? That's the first one you
That's
got.
what started us on this little journey.
Oh,
It's just reset.
still running.
Yeah. Just resets the game.
Look at that.
So press that menu button and you can actually decrease or increase the difficulty.
Ah, okay.
So
So
actually... Yes, he does have an Amiga 1200.
yeah, sitting out. That's actually my second Amiga 1200. The other one's over there, in the other room.
He does have a PlayStation 2 there.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a. I look forward to seeing all of these set up in a nice little cabinet, just switched on. Millie Billy Maker, Street Fighter 2. Yes, it is Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
That's correct. But apparently the favourite one is over here, Space Invaders.
Because it actually.
So what you guys can possibly see there is like the original arcade machine was actually set up on a mirror to give you the perception of depth.
Yeah.
As John told me today.
Because if you look at the back plate, you can actually see it's actually elevated. The base plate is elevated with a couple of lights down.
Can't quite get it. So maybe I can zoom in on it. There we are.
Yeah. You can see there's an elevated part for where the land is.
Very nice. And these all run off batteries, and they can, I believe, they can run off power as well.
Yes, and they also can actually have headphone jacks.
Ah.
Speakers. In the case of that, because the speaker's so small, it doesn't properly attract the sound until you put a big speaker in it, and then you get the big massive bass.
So what you really need is to connect it up to a good hi-fi system.
Not if you want to hear dum 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 dum. Your neighbours will go, "What the hell is he doing?"
That's all right. I think they think that most nights anyway.
Most of this stuff is actually they've used the NES ROM because of simple reasons. Because these were this Rolling Thunder's more second generation. These 5 are the first generation because they were part of the first 10.
Do you know what the difference is between the first and second gen?
First generation was basically the first 10 that actually came out.
Right.
Second generations were the ones that came out, say, about 2 years later.
Okay.
Because originally it was only 10.
Did they make any upgrades or changes to the tech?
No. It was cheap, cheerful, because these are all cheap. The ones I haven't got are Elevator Action, Miss Pac-Man, what is it? Caveman Ninja, which is the NES ROM as well. I've got Dragon Ninja Indoors, which is Bad News versus Dragon Ninja, which is the NES ROM, which is the hardest version of it.
Really?
Because of the controls,
Okay.
which is finicky. Karate Champ is the NES ROM, rather than the 2 joysticks.
Are they all designed like this? Do they all have like graphics on the sides of them?
Yeah, they're all more or less the same.
All like the original machines.
Yeah. Most of these are just stickers because they've got screws on the side.
I guess that
Someone's
makes sense.
actually taken this apart and you'd be surprised what's inside it.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't have time there.
They're actually, believe it or not, some of these have multiple games.
Oh, they've got multiple games in them.
Yeah, they're.
Wow.
Believe it or not, there was a hack video out there, and you find out there's dip switch settings, and you find out how many games there are.
So you could actually hack these and play multiple games on these little units.
Yeah.
Has anyone done that? Do we know?
Yes,
people
it's on YouTube.
Ah, yeah. It's always on YouTube, isn't it?
Yep. And I actually saw them take it apart and put it back together. Funny enough, it was a Pac-Man one. The only ones they don't do it with are things like a Karate Champ. I think there's a couple that basically don't have the dip switch settings.
Very nice. Alright guys, well we're gonna shut down for a bit and play some video games. We'll be back online later on this evening. Take care of yourselves guys. See you later.
Adios.